Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 95 of the Let's Play world. We're starting today off up here on top of the creeper farm, taking a look back at our city build, and since last episode, I did spend a little bit of time working on some of these little buildings down here, and you can see they're looking really good. Let me go show you some of that work real quick here. Also, something of note, this is probably the last episode before 1.19 comes out, and I'm real excited to get my hands on some of those new materials so we can finish some of these village buildings here. So you can see as we walk into the city, things are looking a little bit more complete. So our little modern office building here, I finished it out. I did a little bit of decorating here on the side just to make it look a little bit lived in. And this building, I finished off with stone on the back and then a sandstone roof. I think that looks really good. As we walk along, a little bit of space here, a little bit of space here, and I finished off this white building. It reminds me a little bit of like a lodge or something, you know, like a Masonic lodge, real kind of official looking. And then over here, this building turned out really cool with the red glass and this deep slate, just a real cool looking building. You'll also notice I'm trying out some lights. I tried some different designs, and I think this is the one I like best. So here they're kind of speckled throughout, and then as we get further down, they get a little bit more frequent. And then I just put the daylight sensors on top here so that they pop on at night. A little bit of a transition here from the village into the city, where the sidewalk kind of comes to life. This building's still a work in progress there. This little gray building I did finish out though, and it's looking just fine. This one, still a lot of work here, but I did finish up the alley here and tried this out, putting some just kind of stuff down the side. And I think it looks kind of cool. You know, once we get more buildings in here, these little alleys I think are going to add a lot of character. And then as we walk down here, again, just some lights speckled throughout. Added some ore in the street just to make it look a little bit more tore up. I think it looks really good. A couple episodes ago, we were talking about the music that I write for this channel, and a few of you were interested in hearing more about it. And what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to post all of the songs I've written on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, so that you guys can have access to them. I'm working on some of the mixes and stuff right now. It's a little bit slow going, but I've definitely made some progress this week. So more to come on that. And today what I want to do is just do some mining sessions and talk a little bit about some of the songs that I've written. So when I was going through the music, I didn't realize it, but I've written about 30 songs for this channel since it started. 5 of them are just short little things that I used as like jingles or little incidental things, but 25 of them are actual songs that you hear during time lapses and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to polish up about 12 songs, and that'll be kind of volume 1, and I'll release that. And then I'll work on some more, getting them cleaned up and remixed, and then I'll release like a volume 2 in the future. There's a couple different materials I want to mine today, but the first one we're going to do is in the nether. We're going to go down to the nether mine and get some quartz. So one reason I started the channel was because it brought together a lot of different hobbies that I like to do. So, you know, I like to play Minecraft. I like to edit videos. I've made movies and entered film festivals in the past and things like that. And I like to play music. I started playing saxophone when I was in the 5th grade and played, you know, in band and jazz band and stuff like that. And once I got out of school, I played in a lot of rock and metal bands, doing, you know, industrial music and electronic music and everything in between. And I write all kinds of music, you know, everything from rock to really kind of goofy and kind of absurdist sort of stuff. And then I do what I do for the channel here, which is instrumental music that's very kind of 80s influenced, a lot of jazz chords. It's kind of like an upscale video game music is kind of how I try to approach it. And I have a lot of fun with it. So the first thing I'm going to play is a song that I just call the Todd13 Theme. It's what you hear at the beginning and end of every one of my episodes. I wrote this way back when the 20th episode came out, and I was just trying to write something that was really poppy and really catchy, and I think I really did that. This is definitely the poppiest thing that I've written for the channel, and that chorus is just so good. It's just the most sweet and saccharine thing that you can think of. And it's a really cool little progression. If you're a musical type, the chorus is just a 1-5-6-4 kind of progression, real simple, real poppy. But when it goes from the 5 to the 6, it does this little chromatic walk up, and it just is so catchy. I just really, really love it. So this next song I wrote to be very 80s inspired, kind of like the theme to Knight Rider or kind of Miami Vice. It was supposed to be very much like a driving song, and I called this one Elytra because it sounds kind of like you're flying along and just, real chill. And again, a lot of really kind of dense jazz chords and just a groovy little song. I've just about gone through my pick, so I'm going to run over to the Enderman farm and heal it up real quick. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but I finally finished this tunnel. Still need to put some end rods in here to light it up, but it's safe and secure. I think the next thing that I want to mine is deep slate. So we're going to go down to our mine and do some of that. This looks like an ore vein. This is definitely an ore vein. That's awesome. I've never run into one. It's crazy. You just basically kind of follow the iron and the tuff, and it just keeps winding around. There's a ton of iron in here. Well, that's pretty cool. The last song I want to talk about today is one I call Get Work Done. It's kind of a real slow, real chill kind of thing, swings real hard, and it just reminds me of just kind of casually trotting along. You know, if you just need to get something done, it's great music for that. Has a little bit of a kind of hopeful vibe during the chorus. It's one of my favorites. I really like it. let me show you what we've dug up today. So the blue box is what we found in the Nether, the green box is what we found in the overworld. In the blue box, we found 15 ancient debris. That's pretty incredible. Found a whole bunch of quartz. I feel really good about that. A little bit of gold, a little bit of soul sand, some blackstone, which I desperately needed, and a little bit of basalt. In the overworld, we found a bunch of iron. I'd never found an iron ore vein before, and that was really cool, and I didn't even come close to clearing the whole thing out. It was cool to find a raw iron block, too. I'd never done that before. Found 11 diamond, some redstone, some gold, a bunch of tuff, and then a fair amount of deep slate, which was the reason for going down there. The next episode, I will have updated my world to 1.19, and there are a whole bunch of tasks we're going to have to add to the wall of tasks. So that's how we're going to start off. And then we'll probably go out and look for some of the new materials, see if we can find an ancient city, things like that. There's a whole bunch of new stuff to do. And I'll probably talk through some of the other songs that I'm going to release as well. But that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.